All right, we got a video by Jew Almighty. Apparently, Trump killed MAGA.
A horrible thing to say, but I might as well say it.
MAGA is dead, and Trump killed it.
I told you so. This is not MAGA. There is nothing MAGA about any of this. This is not America first. None of this is putting Americans first. Every promise has been broken. There are no real victories. Trump has not delivered. It has been one disappointment after another, and that is because of corruption. That is because the Trump regime, just like every other regime, has been corrupted by money.
Between his Fox interview, which went viral, for him being so out of touch about how many people are struggling and what the economy is doing right now, to him saying that America needed H-1B visas because Americans aren't smart enough or talented enough.
Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent.
Well, we have plenty of talented people.
No, you
here.
don't. No, you don't.
We don't have talented people.
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn.
Two leaks finally
Bro, he's so narcissistic sometimes.
starting to come out about what could be in the Epstein files involving
Oh yeah, I heard about this too. It's not looking good for him, man. It's looking really bad.
Trump.
House Democrats released more emails from Epstein that showed Donald Trump knew more than he was letting on. And Trump tried to get ahead of that by bringing in Nancy Mace and Lauren Boebert to the White House, but both of them told Donald Trump to pound sand.
Even the most hardcore Republicans and MAGA conservatives are throwing in their Make America Great Again hat and admitting that Trump does not care about America or American people. He is not American first, and he never was. And that MAGA as a movement is dead.
MAGA is dying, and I'm completely okay with it. MAGA was given to us as this idea of making America prosper, making America the greatest country it could be. And they've completely lost the plot. And as a first-time voter in 2024,
Yeah, I mean, like a 300 million ballroom was crazy enough. I'm not gonna lie.
where I fell for it. And I deeply regret it.
And it's just crazy watching Trump's downfall. The mask is completely gone. He's not even faking like he
That's not looking good, bro. That's not looking good at all.
believes any of the things that he campaigned on anymore. Nothing about his policies have been America first, which is what all of MAGA have been hanging their hat on. His policies have actually been actively hurting American citizens, whether it's the tariffs, the layoffs, the horrible economy, the longest shutdown in government history, refusing to fund SNAP benefits for 40
that's
million
crazy,
people,
man.
floating 50-year mortgages
Nah, the snap thing was crazy, bro, because there's like kids who need that, bro. It's not even funny.
and 15-year car loans to make American citizens debt slaves for the rest of their lives, or now saying Americans aren't talented enough and that's why we need H-1B1 visas. Trump is the most disliked president in modern history.
President's
Yep.
approval. Cratering to a new low. This chart shows how Trump's dropping approval has been only a negative in the first year of this term. Like
Yeah,
any
that's-
chart or any stock market indication, right? You have some gyrations, but the overall message from the far left there is when he started January 20th through last week's election defeats and on through this tough period he's had.
And what's funny about all this, man, is Trump said he was gonna get a third term. He ain't getting no third term, man.
The blue wave that we were expecting to see come midterms is a tsunami now. So it's really not a question if the Republicans will lose in the midterm. At this point, it's how bad they lose, and if some of them will even put up a fight, as a lot of them are talking about retiring. So with the Epstein email that just leaked from Congress and the damaging interview that he did, that really puts into perspective for a lot.
Here's the thing, though. Conservatives had like a lot of Gen Z voters at first. Especially due to, you know, Charlie Kirk's influence. But now with Charlie Kirk gone, it's like that influence is lost. And also Trump is like gone to this like extreme dark place. And he's been going on a downward spiral ever since, you know, the Epstein files.
Of people, how much he seems to dislike Americans. The mask is off. Trump is done. And it seems like he's doing whatever he can to enrich himself, his family.
Again, it's just like it's billionaires versus poor people. It's not really like a political ideology thing.
The billionaires and his donors. And while the
Yep,
rest of
billionaires.
us already knew what Trump was about, everyone else that still believed in Trump, all of MAGA is finally waking up to realize Trump was never who they thought he was. He never cared about farmers, factory workers, or small town America. And
My bad.
I mean, duh, Trump was born rich, lived rich, and got even richer and made more people around him richer since he's been the president. But I don't know, it's just ironic and kind of poetic that MAGA is dead, not because of the Democrats, not because of protesting or marching, but because Trump killed MAGA.
Republican voters are losing their...
Bro, it's really just like... So the first thing was obviously him getting involved in like the Palestine-Israel stuff. There were some people who didn't like that. And then it's also really just this main thing with the Epstein files. Like people hated that. Like people literally hated that Trump wouldn't release the files. And then he lost all his credibility.
Farms, they're going bankrupt. They're losing their 401k. They're losing their jobs. They're losing their health care. The only people...
And Trump doesn't even care.
...left are the ones who are full-on white supremacist and the people who want to do horrible things to children.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please
All right, the children thing is OD.
like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
There's never going to be a country like what we have right now.
And does that
the
mean-
Republicans have to talk about it?
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
Well, we
the
have plenty
country
of talented people.
Not only is there plenty of talent in the U.S., but there are so many highly qualified people that have been laid off or kids that just got...
Yeah, literally. Even outside of quality people, Amazon literally laid off like a bunch of workers, bro. And then it's like, what about them? What about their families? Like, bro, Trump was actually doing so well. Maybe like what, the first 6 months of his presidency. I don't even know how far in we are at this point, but like he was doing good the first couple of months. But now it's just this downward spiral.
Out of college and can't find work. The job market is tough right now, and that's without bringing in cheaper labor. This tweet is so funny to me. Completely out of touch. Clearly has had no contact with the base in a long time. What are people in his circle doing? They're all updating their resumes, I would assume, because this is going down bad.
You do have to bring in talent. When
Well,
the
we have
country
plenty of talented people
No, you
here.
don't. No, you don't.
We don't have talented people?
No, you don't have. You don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people
Wait, what does he mean by talent though? Like, what is he talking about?
off an unemployment line and say, "I'm going to put you into a factory. We're going to make missiles," or "I'm going to put."
How did we ever do it before?
Well, let me
when you and I were
I'll give
growing
you an
up?
example. In Georgia,
It's really interesting now how these interviews are going, because during Trump's first term, everybody was scared to push back on him in any way, shape, or form. He would just lie. He would get on camera and lie. And it probably took 3 years into his first term for like CNN to even start putting up corrections to his lies while he was talking. Now interviewers on Fox, no less, are just pushing back because Trump is full of shit. They aren't that scared anymore because Trump doesn't have the weight that he used to have, just because
It's crazy that literally even Fox is going against him.
he's so historically unpopular.
they raided because they wanted illegal.
Bro, I was literally listening to a Kendrick Lamar song. It was called The Heart Part 4, I believe. The one he put out before he released Damn. And literally in like the second, the third verse of the song, he's like, Donald Trump is a chump. Know how we feel, punk. And it's just like, so you even got Kendrick Lamar dissing you, bro. And this was like 7 years ago. Trump really wasn't well liked, bro. You got Kendrick Lamar to diss you. And he's such a holy man. He's usually nice.
Immigrants out. They had people from South Korea that made batteries all their lives. You know, making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing and very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems. They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need that, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say a country's coming in, going to invest $10 billion to build a plant, and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5 years, and they're going to start making missiles.
So instead of giving the people on the unemployment line training and jobs, you're going to bring in people from outside the country and give them those jobs while your own people are on unemployment lines. Food banks are wrapped around
Insane.
corners, and people are literally struggling in America that want to work, but you're giving American jobs to everybody else. And this is the America First president. And of course, that interview really woke a lot of people people up. What an atrocious thing to say. This will cost Republicans the midterms. The Republicans were already losing the midterms. They were going to lose the midterms based on the shutdown, based on SNAP benefits, based on people being hurt with this economy and unemployment.
And a lot of people don't like ICE either because it's like they're hurting actual innocent people, bro. It's like, this is crazy.
This is just icing on the cake at this point. This is so funny to see conservatives, Republicans, MAGA so disillusioned with Trump right now. I don't even recognize Trump anymore. What is this crap? So disappointing. Trump is exactly who he's always been. I don't know why they're just realizing it. This recent Ingram interview has been catastrophic for Trump. Whoever's in Trump's inner circle that's been telling him that we need more H-1B visas, 50-year mortgages, and 600,000 Chinese students needs to be fired immediately. Yeah, that's the other thing. He said he was bringing in 600,000 Chinese students because they need to fill those Ivy League slots, which is just weird. You change all these rules and regulations to basically cut off black people's opportunities just to replace it with immigrant Chinese students. America first. Yeah, right. I voted for Trump in 2016 and 2020. I was MAGA in 2015.
And it's crazy because it's all just like a product of stereotypes because for some reason white people think that even Asian people are smarter than them. It's just a stereotype, like indoctrination type of thing.
And voted for him in the primary. You are allowed to change your mind as new information is presented. Trump is a con man. This is not new.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, this commenter is completely right. People change. You are allowed to change your mind as new. Yeah, he's literally spot on. Anybody who disagrees with this is just being biased or stupid. This is a fact.
Information. Nothing Trump is doing right now is new. This is only new information to people that didn't want to see the truth. Everyone else knew who Trump was. Kamala said exactly who Trump was and called out his playbook step by step, but nobody wanted to listen.
He said he will target and punish those who disagree with him or refuse to bend to his will.
Yeah, that sounds really crazy. That sounds like dictator stuff. But honestly, I'm assuming people didn't take it seriously and they just thought, he was being like prideful in himself in a way. I mean, people troll a lot. It's 2025. People are always trolling.
He calls these Americans the enemy within and says that he would use the American military to go after American citizens, journalists whose stories he doesn't like, nonpartisan election officials who refuse to cheat by finding a few extra votes for him.
Okay, nah. That's actually crazy. Yeah, I think I've heard enough, honestly. Yeah, Trump, I think... Well, obviously, you're not getting a third term. I don't know why you ever thought you were, but you are 100% cooked, and I don't think you can come back from this. The only way I see you coming back from this is if you release the Epstein files. That's literally the only way. Release the Epstein files, and then maybe America and the world will forgive you. Maybe.